There's this guy at my work, right? And when I first started, he was so nice. Literally was like, hey, like, whatever, how's your day? He wasn't like exactly like that, but like, whatever. He was just really nice, really friendly, cool people. Okay? He told another coworker, oh my God, I like her. Like, tell her and then let me know how she's feeling. She told me. I said, man's is not my type. I come into work the next day. I'm thinking everything's fine, everything's cool, everything's great. Literally, man's ignores my presence. I'm not even there. I'm air. I'm like a ghost. This man will not make eye contact with me. He will not acknowledge my presence. And he literally, like, it's like I'm non-existent.
He was smart enough to avoid being placed in the friend zone. Now she is mad. She thought he would be another simp, but was surprised when he proved her wrong.
Tell me why I get so mad when an ugly man approaches me or tries to hit on me.
There's a couple of possibilities here. The first one being, and honestly the most often overlooked one is that a lot of guys that aren't considered to be as traditionally attractive as others are used to getting rejected by women. So therefore, they quite often will shoot their shot with a woman that they find attractive. Why? Because at worst, they're just going to get rejected like they usually do. But at best, at least they can say that they shot their shot, and maybe there's a possibility that she'll be interested, but they're never going to know unless they try. But then there's the other reason.
Like, the audacity, like, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
He is definitely in his lane, but somehow she is confused. I hope someone tells her.
And that reason is one that a lot of individuals might have problems facing up to. Is that individual might actually be on one's equal attractiveness level, and one just had an entirely overinflated sense of how good one looks the entire time.
Her. Stay in your lane. Me. I did. Water finds its own level. The way she said audacity has given me palpitations. This is sad, and more common these days. I'm sure they are all staying in their lane. Who wants to be the one to tell her? That guy is definitely on his lane, and that's why he approached her. He knows who he can and can't approach, and as he isn't delusional, he knew he was targeting his demographic. But on the flip side, she isn't fully aware of her range, and that's why she had that reaction. I bet she thinks only Chads should approach her. This is a great example of what happens when simps keep feeding them to the point where they start thinking they are all beauty queen. Now she thinks the guy on her attractiveness level is out of his lane. If he approaches her, she thinks he doesn't qualify to be her partner. It's just another sign of delusion on another level, and it negatively affects many relationships because they think they are settling for the men who are their perfect match. This is the reason guys should stop simping, as they are giving modern women a false idea of their SMV, and it will inevitably place them in a situation where they will lose their blessing with a good man just because they were fed the wrong information.
She rejected him but got mad when he ignored her. What exactly did she expect from him? Based on her video, he didn't act right by avoiding being placed in the friend zone section.
There's this guy at my work, right? And when I first started, he was so nice. Literally was like, hey, like, whatever, how's your day? He wasn't like exactly like that, but like, whatever. He was just really nice, really friendly, cool people. Okay? He told another coworker, oh my God, I like her. Like, tell her and then let me know how she's feeling. She told me. I said, man's is not my type. I come into work the next day. I'm thinking everything's fine, everything's cool, everything's great. Literally, man's ignores my presence. I'm not even there. I'm air. I'm like a ghost. This man will not make eye contact with me. He will not acknowledge my presence, and he literally, like, it's like I'm non-existent. Okay, cool. Like, that's the vibe we're on now. Okay, cool.
What exactly do you expect from a guy who was rejected? She is just mad because he wasn't willing to simp and try to convince her like other guys did. She just wanted free validation, but he was too smart.
That man stood on business. He was there for one thing and one thing only. Now, I'm a strong believer in you shouldn't be frolicking, messing around with coworkers. I'm a strong believer in that, but y'all gonna do what y'all wanna do. Y'all grown ass man. I'm not your father. Do what you want. But that pretty privilege ran out, huh? It ran dry. The well is dry. The audacity for that man to give you exactly what you wanted. You rejected him. You said no, and he just let you be. The audacity. Women have been complaining about men harassing them. but the audacity of that man to comply and not harass you. The audacity. He should be stoned. He should be put in jail even. Dare I say it, he should be wiped off the face of the earth. He refused to be in the friend zone. The only way you get inside the friend zone is if you put yourself there. He refused to be played with. He was there on a mission. The mission didn't go as planned, but he got his answer. And with his answer, he did with it what he pleased. So we know why she's mad. It's not that she wanted the man secretly. No. She wanted to toy with him. She wanted her ego boosted, but it got destroyed because he stood on business. Mission will always be the mission, and no woman's antics, games, her trickery, her sorcery, none of that will get in the way of the mission. He stood on business, he stood his ground, and all men can learn from this situation. All men.
I've dealt with this before on a couple of occasions. They aren't interested, so I lose my interest and move on. Then they get offended. Even if she doesn't want you, she wants you to want her. Never waste your energy. I mean, I wouldn't ignore it completely, but I would stop a lot of the effort though. I don't stick around, I go on or chat someone else up. That happened to me. She wasn't interested, so I quickly moved on, and she eventually asked me why I ignored her. This one girl said she wasn't sure about me, so I moved on. Got in a relationship, and then she messaged me asking if we could still hang out. Blocked. No thanks, ma'am. It's just another example of women showing how much they want free attention. It would be a perfect scenario if he was giving her daily compliments and trying his best to convince her that he is a good option, but as he didn't do it, she felt like something was wrong. Why would a guy spend his time and resources on someone who already rejected him? What are the benefits of trying to please someone who doesn't have the same interest? I bet she wouldn't mind having him in the friend zone, but as he didn't give her the opportunities to grow her friend zone list, she is not happy about it. This is a perfect reaction after being rejected. Once we display our intention, and if they are not interested, we should redraw fully. There is no need to be around the bush pretending to be their friend and hoping that one day she will give us the chance. It's just a waste of time and resources. But I like her reaction. I bet no guy had the courage to do it, and that's the reason she was so shocked. Before I forget, I would advise all of you to avoid mixing relationships with business, as it will always come back and affect your bread.
Make sure you don't chase, because women will not make you chase them when they have a genuine interest in you. So what's the point in going after someone who doesn't see you the same way?
If a guy's into you. If he's not chasing you, then he's not into you.
All right, let's put you guys on game. There is a difference between pursuing and chasing. Pursuing is, hey, would you like to grab a drink this weekend? If that girl goes, I'll let you know. If you come back 2-3 days later saying, hey, what's the verdict? You are now chasing. Usually when you're chasing, there's another guy that girl wants, and it's not you. When you have to chase her down, that means you're just not her first option. And I much rather put my ball sack covered in tuna into a shark-infested tank before I do, hey, it's been a couple days. Did you get your schedule clear? In the words of Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last. If her time is not easy to obtain, you need to walk away. Never freaking chase.
They'll have a better chance of getting chased by a dog than by me. I'll chase money before I chase a woman. Unfortunately, they all want us to chase, but we are not falling for it no more. This is a great perspective. When we take into consideration that she wouldn't make Chad chase her, we will understand it's pointless doing it. We must accept if a woman has low interest, it automatically means that she has high interest in another person. Therefore, it makes no sense to go after someone who doesn't see you as their best option. Why would you willingly spend your time and resources on someone who has their eyes on someone else? It's just unnecessary. It was interesting when the guy in the podcast made this statement.
If a guy's into you. If he's not chasing you, then he's not into you.
This is just another example of a guy who doesn't understand the subject, or he is just another simp who believes that we must chase them until they give us a chance. But I don't blame him, as this is something most of us grow up with. We were told it's the pathway to win a woman's heart, but it doesn't translate to reality when applying it in the real world. Anytime you feel the need to chase, you should redirect your attention and find a woman who shares the same interests. I can guarantee she won't give you a hard time or make you chase her.
She got an advice for us, but I don't think she knows what we want.
I'm being so dead ass right now. As a man specifically, if you do this one thing, you will never have to make the first move again. People will start coming up to you in public, at the coffee shop, at the club. You're the one who's receiving pickup lines. You're the one people are saying, have we met to? Just make sure that you are well versed in fuck the small talk, which you should grab from the top of my page, such that when someone hits you up, you know what to say and how to follow through and actually get the number, and it's a fun play. If you don't already own this article of clothing, go buy a pink shirt. Just wear pink. Wear pink shoes. Wear a pink shirt. Bonus points if you get like a Sailor Moon hoodie, especially if you're, a more masculine looking man, like a Joe Schmo type. If you simply wear pink, not even something that's overtly feminine, just like pink, you will seem more approachable because it's a pleasant color. And it's an easy enough conversation starter for someone to just walk up to you and say, oh my God, I love your shoes. I love your shirt. Pink looks so good on you. Do not knock it till you try it, and use fuck the small talk to take you from there. Follow for more.
Don't ask a fish how to be a fisherman. She said so much and nothing at the same time. All this yapping to tell me to wear pink. I encourage all the other guys to wear pink clothing. It makes me so mad that you'll be taking all the girls away from me if you do this. Hopefully, she is not serious about her recommendation. Who are we going to attract if we listen to her advice? I think it's valid for one specific demographic and isn't what most of us are interested in. Therefore, only those who want to be part of that group should listen to her. Also, we can't forget it's not a good idea to take advice from fish when you are a fishman. The internet have people thinking they got more options than they really do. Imagine thinking showing low-level effort is doing too much. And God forbid we match their efforts, because then we ain't doing enough. They want love and appreciation, that's all. What bothers them is the realization that men are getting to know what they are bringing to the table. They are surprised that we also have expectations. It's like an unknown territory, and they don't like it. Most of them are used to a flood of simps showering them with compliment and other unnecessary things to get their approval. And that's why they get confused and uncomfortable when a confident man shows up and displays another perspective. He is not chasing anyone. He is not offering free attention and validation, and this is when they get confused. There is nothing wrong with expecting an effort from the person we are interacting with. We want to know that both of us have the same interest. As he mentioned, most of us want to be appreciated for the things we bring to the table, and as long as we have it, we will be able to offer a lot more.
This is the end of our video. We will see you on the next one. If you like it, make sure you subscribe, as it motivates us to continue working and posting daily for our community.